Hey, everybody, what is going on? Serial Overdrive here, and today we're going to be talking about the latest and greatest Rust Console Edition news. We're going to be talking about the latest patch, which is patch 1.82 for the Console Edition of Rust. So jumping right into this patch, there's not much in it. It's a lot of fixes. The main ones we've got is they fixed some issues with invalid shots. There's a swim bug they fixed. They fixed a drowning sound effect that was missing. They fixed a bug that caused players to be invisible to other players. That's actually a big one. There was the same bug that affected horses. They fixed that. They fixed an issue with some network desync stuff, making assets invisible. Weapons don't auto-reload when swapping ammunition. I'm not 100% sure what that means. I thought like if you swap ammunition, the weapon should auto-reload, but it seems like now it won't. So with OCD, there's an issue that's been fixed where a single white pixel would appear on a player's screen and not disappear. I can see that getting really annoying. And they fixed a bug causing deployables to be destroyed when placing another deployable nearby. So that's a big one. That was an issue that's popped up actually on the PC version of Rust, and it looks like it's popped up in the console edition of Rust too. So it's good that they fixed that. I think that's one that's going to keep coming back because that's just how the building system works. Now, for monuments, they fixed a bug that caused players, or that allowed players, to loot crates from the water tower through the wall. They fixed an issue with ladders at small and large harbors and the abandoned supermarket. Fences at ranch are no longer invisible. Launch site is no longer invisible at a distance. The red X on swamp trees is no longer invisible. And they fixed a render issue at Airfield Cave. Now for the world, there's a fisherman mission called Oiled Up, which now gives the correct amount of scrap. There's been some visual bug fixes. They fixed blurry textures on keycard readers. VFX now plays when an item is thrown into a water source. Tool cupboard doesn't spontaneously die. I have no idea what that is, but apparently maybe some people just had to deal with disappearing tool cupboards, which would be that'd be annoying beyond belief. The UI, they fixed a strange shadow flicker across the map, fixed a bug causing the player to be unable to move/zoom around the map on a death/respawn screen. Actually, while we're on maps, there is a bug that I'd like to bring up. I don't know if anyone from D11's listening anymore. I know I've sort of fallen off when it comes to Rust console content. It's not a choice that I wanted to make, but it's something that had to. I'll go into that a little bit later in the video because I don't want to waste time here. But basically, with maps, every now and then I'll get into the situation where the map just flies way off to the far reaches of the ocean, and then it takes me a little bit to get back, or I can't quite get my bearings. It's hard to find where to go for land. That is annoying. It would be nice if, no matter what, the map could only go so that in some small corner you had land. Because really, like, who's going that far out into the ocean if they're that far out? Does it really matter if they can see what's on the map or not? Because it's just blue. Anyways, that would be my throw. Also, there's been multiple crash issues fixed, and that's about it. Now, I'm going to go into my channel a little bit because a lot of you probably noticed the last Rust video I didn't do that well. It was about community servers. I thought it would go pretty good. It's gotten maybe like 400, 500 views so far. It hasn't been a day yet, but that's actually pretty low for Rust console content coming from me. It's not indicative of the game dying out or anything like that. It's because I've switched over to some other games. I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate, playing a lot of Starfield, playing a lot of Cyberpunk now, and the reason I'm doing this is so that I can make guides. Put out the guides. They've actually done pretty good, and they're gonna keep getting views over time. And one of the nice things about those is it's called Evergreen Content. Like it keeps paying dividends forward, right? So like a video that I do, this video, right? Let's say this video gets 10,000 views. This video is not gonna be relevant to anyone after this next like week, right? Like maybe a couple weeks it's relevant for, but the second a new update comes out, nobody cares about the last update, right? And this update nobody really cares about anyways. But these evergreen content, people always do care about that. So like I made a mission walkthrough in Starfield that right now is 51,000 views. That video is going to be relevant probably in 10 years if someone's playing Starfield. There's no way you get that from something like this. And I don't know, like it's hard to describe because I like helping people. I like making content, right? So like those two wheel wells combined, but it's sort of nice to just get that consistent feedback that like even 10 years from now, my like, you know, older self, or I guess it would be younger self in this case, was helping. Like people are still like connecting with the jokes. People are still connecting with the content. It's really cool to see. And for me, like that's something that I can only really get from YouTube. My job, like what I do, I'm a programmer. Like all my stuff, most of my stuff gets overwritten within the next like couple years, right? Like most of my stuff has no longevity whatsoever. So it's really cool to see like longevity on things. It's really cool to see stuff that I put out years ago helping people still. And, you know, obviously it's good to get that like consistent revenue stream if we're being honest here, because I don't need the money from YouTube. I don't need stability from YouTube or anything like that, but it is cool to see. But yeah, it's just being able to put out a video now that's going to help people for years to come. That is really nice to do. That's really cool to see. And it's something that I want to do. And honestly, if the Rust console content does take a hit, if I don't get as many views for a while, that's okay. We're going to be making a comeback at some point. I'm going to be grinding this out a little bit more. I'm going to be doing some more community server stuff. And I have confidence then that the algorithm is going to pick my stuff back up and start showing it to everybody. But yeah, I just wanted to explain that change in direction and let people know I'm not leaving Rust. I don't think the game's dead. I don't think the game is going anywhere. Thank you so much for watching. I'm not going to hate it so you don't get BS ad rolls, mid rolls, all that stuff. So until next time, peace.